All right there, folks. What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. It's good to see you. We done okay again yesterday, didn't we? We cashed that double. Zverev in two. Flower Pot Man on the money line. Happy days. Easy money. We like that. If you took Rublev on the money line, well done. Same if you took Lehechka to win a set. We threw them out as a couple of floaters. If you took all four, you'll be laughing all the way to the bank. So we're into the quarters now, aren't we? Yeah, quarterfinals. Look, these are probably going to be a little bit more difficult. We've got four absolute bangers here. I can't wait for them. We'll just jump right into the minute. Well, before we do, like the video if you would, subscribe if you're not. Also, as well, if you're feeling generous, you want to spread the wealth. If you've got any decent wins from yesterday's picks, there's a link in the description and the pinned comments. You can do just that. You don't have to. It's cool if you do. And touching on that, before we move on, we got another donation for yesterday's video from the Thug Waffle Co. I don't know what a Thug Waffle company is, but it sounds fucking cool if you'd ask me. Look, dead simple with this one. For the love of the channel, that's all that was said. That's more than enough for me. If you're watching this one, lad, I appreciate you. Well done if you cashed yesterday. More of the same today would be alright with me. Right then. Do we start with this one? I think we do. We'll get this one out the way first. So I've got Yannick Sinner, Andrei Rublev going in order of play. Sinner is playing Rublev here. Oh, straight off the bat, I apologise if this takes longer than it does. I've not long woke up. I've had like 2 hours kit, but I ain't gonna leave you stranded for the video. Excuse me. Where are we? Yeah, Sinner Rublev head to head 5-3 to Yannick Sinner, 1.3 on the decimal, depending where you look. Look, Rublev just beat him. That was in Canada last week. Beat him in 3, 6-1, 6-3, 6-1, 6-2. Probably should have said 6-3, 1-6, 6-2. That makes more sense. Look, 6, 7, 8 times these have played each other now in the past 4 years. Before Miami last year, those who really watch tennis, you'll know exactly where I'm coming from here. Before Miami last year, this looked like it was going to be very, very even, this head-to-head. Very split down the middle. Since Miami, Yannick Sinner's won 3 on the bounce. Apart from the last one in Canada, he has just been beat. But beat him in straight sets in Miami, beat him in straight sets in Vienna, beat him in straight sets in the Australian Open at the start of this year. Yeah. I think this is pretty straightforward. I'm not gonna dive too deep into Rublev. We've spoke quite a lot about him recently. Look, he's looked a lot better. Now we've come on the hard court. We did say that he's playing a lot better. Both of these have won 8 of the last 10. But one of Yannick Sinner's losses from Medvedev in Wimbledon, that seems so long. That seems such a time ago there. And then obviously the most recent one coming to Rublev in Canada. But am I so sure this is just a walk in the park for Yannick Sinner? At any other given time, I'd say yeah. And it probably is this time too. He's just been given a walkover against Jordan Thompson. He beat Alex Michelson. That was probably a lot closer than what I expected it to be, but nonetheless, he got it done. Rublev's just beat Zhang in 2, and he's just beat Nakashima in 2. It killed me to do it, but I had a feeling he'd beat Binak. I really did. Especially after beating him in Canada as well. He walloped Nakashima in Canada. Rinse and repeat yesterday. Is he going to do the same against Yannick Sinner? I can't use the same narrative as what he used for Binak. Like, he destroyed Binak 6-2, 6-2 a couple days ago and then beat him again here. I would be so surprised if he beats Yannick Sinner 2 times in 1 week. That to me, see, like the odds of that happening seem fucking astronomical, don't it? But fuck, we've seen some weird ones this tournament. You know what? Look, I don't think I've got And if you can find a really good, valuable angle on this, please do let me know. I'm not going to be taking Sinner in straight sets. I'm not that confident. If we're parlaying it, 1.3, that 1.3, no, that's 1.25. But 1.3, I feel like that's as good as you're getting as a parlay piece. I couldn't tell you to bet Rublev. He's not as good as Yannick Sinner. He's just not. Like, the two games that they've both had since losing in Canada as well, we can't really take much from it. Like I said, Mickelson and a walkover against Thompson, Nakashima and Zhang both in straight sets for Rublev. Uh, when was the last time Rublev dropped a set apart from that Popperin match? Yeah, so apart from Van Ash in Washington and the win against Sinner in Canada, he hasn't dropped a set in any other win. But if you look at the quality, it does massively drop off apart from Yannick Sinner, Echeverry, Nakashima twice, Teo Arnaldi. Excuse me. Nah, it's got to be Sinner, Annie. It's got to be Yannick Sinner in this one, fully rested as well. Andrei Rublev's a fucking emotional wreck, and I just don't trust him. Even if he is a setup in this one, as soon as it starts not going his way, he's gonna implode, and this is definitely one of them games, especially when I'm just beating him last week. If he's not beating him today, I can't see Rublev being able to act that. So it'd be Yannick Sinner or not, fellas. Being honest with you, game number two, we've got like we've got both of these to thank for yesterday. So for both of these, we cashed that double. So we've got Zverev and Ben Shelton. Maybe would have liked to have seen Ben Shelton get a different player than this. I'm quite certain Zverev wins this 1.4. Pinnacle are giving you 1.4. Fucking hell. I need to move over to the fucking States, me, and get on some Pinnacle. Yeah, this should be pretty routine for Zverev. He looked fucking sick against Kachanov. Routine win against Carreño Busta, but I've seen a lot of people saying Zverev looked shit in that game. I just don't think he was trying. I really don't. I feel like after what he done to Kachanov, he knew he could take his foot well off the gas against Carreño Busta. He broke him and then got broke back, and then broke again and won the first set. Pretty much the same in the second set until a tiebreaker came. You know, we broke him, got broke again, looked brilliant in the tiebreaker. Not taking anything away from Carreño Busta, but I don't think he's the type of player where Zverev's going to have to go all out, especially on the hard court. Like, Zverev can look shit against someone like that and still win in straight sets. Ben Shelton, look, I know a few of us were on the fence with that Shelton pick yesterday. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Especially coming from me, you know, I'm not the most confident Shelton backer in the world, but I was fairly certain he was going to be Fabian Madison yesterday. Fairly certain. We've been lied to with Fabian Madison the past two games, and I said this, didn't I? Codrington Mutet, give him that match. Give him that match. He didn't even want to win, and he was nearly fucking breaking him and nearly winning. But he was breaking him. Codrington Mutet was just breaking him here and there, and then just collapsing mentally. That game with Dimitrov as well, as much as it kills me to say this, but Dimitrov gave him that game. Dimitrov just went to shit as the game went on. I watched both of them. Weren't impressed with Fabian Madison. Ben Shelton's performances haven't been that, like, they haven't been nothing to write home either, but that win against the Pelka, he barely won against Echeverry. That did worry me. At home, it's weird. This American crowd, see it elevates these American players in weird ways, man. And it affects, the other player, the away player, in very strange ways. I seen it with Tiafo last night. Like, Tiafo's looked fantastic this tournament, and I just don't think he's that good. This tournament and this crowd really does sort of bump them up a few notches, so that'll do all right for Shelton in this one. Is it going to be enough? Oh, I'm just trying to think of it as briefly as I can. I'm just seeing Zverev put these fucking naughty saves in like he does. That ball just spinning off that hard court, and I just don't think Ben Shelton's going to be able to get round returning them. Maybe that's just me. Maybe that's an easy thing to pick at. I don't know. I just think Zverev, like we say in pretty much every game, 99% of Zverev picks we take, it's the same thing with this lad, innit? He's just going to kill him with consistency. I would trust Zverev being the much more consistent player, even with the crowd against him. But I think Zverev's more than used to playing when crowds aren't necessarily on his side. You know, he's not exactly the most liked player on tour, is he? Oh, you know what? It was bittersweet yesterday because I was so fucking happy to see Ben Shelton win, man. Like, absolutely buzzing. Even though I usually bet against them, I was so happy to see him win. And then I seen him get Zverev in the quarters, and I went, oh, it's a bit arse, innit? It's a bit sly. Look, I'm tempted to take Zverev in two again. Very tempted, but I know what I'm seeing. It is America. This crowd's fucking crazy, man. It makes them play better. It really does. I don't know whether it makes the Yankees play better or it makes everyone else play worse. You know, either which way you cut it, it still stands the same. Got to be Zverev. Look, if we're talking just dead easy, we can go Yannick Sinner. We can stick Zverev on there as well. That's just getting us just under plus money, and I do mean just under. If you're on Bet365, you'll get that percentage boost, so that might take it over. But for those that aren't, we may need one more. We may need one more to get us that plus, well, to guarantee plus money. If you don't need plus money, if you're all right taking 1.8, 1.9, which I know the majority of you are, go for Sinner and Zverev. Go for Sinner and Zverev. Unless you can give me something better, which I don't think you'll be able to really. Shelton for a set. Look, we're just talking punts. Take Shelton for a set, take Rublev for a set, but I don't think they win. I think Zverev's got a well better chance of doing this in two than what Sinner has based on the previous match, but I still think Sinner wins. Not touching the total in that one. Same with this. It'll be Zverev or not. Do we take him in straight sets once again? Let me know. Game number three. Hubert catch Francis Tiafo. So, look, I've just said about Tiafo, haven't I think Tiafo's actually looked 10 times better than what he actually is this tournament. You know, the win against Davidovich Fekina, okay, that was all right. That win against Musetti, like we mentioned, that just, in the words of Shania Twain, that don't impress me much. Like, the one against Lehechka last night, like, okay, admittingly, I didn't catch that last set. I fell asleep right after Lehechka won the second one. That's all we needed, though. I don't know, I'm just not that sold on Tiafo. I haven't been sold on Tiafo for the past two games. Hubert Hurkacz, this fella's probably a lot easier to predict. Than he, out of his last, what's that, 7 wins? I think that's, yeah, I think it's 7 wins. Or his last 7 games, pardon me. So QB in his last 7 games has dropped a set in every one of them. I think they've all went over as well by the looks of them. Like, we know we usually get really high totals with Hubie, but there's a very good reason for that, isn't there? This lad, it's very rare you see Hurkacz get broken. You know, it's equally as rare to see him break someone else's serve as well. So there is that. This lad can win enough points on his serve to see him through pretty much any game against any player. We've seen it time and time and again. I didn't think Tiafo was going to beat Lehechka. I'll be honest, if I had to put money on it, I would have put money on Lehechka. Fair play. How much of that's got to do with, like, it's the crowd, innit? How far were we actually expecting Lehechka to go in this tournament as well after his layoff? This is a rough one. This is just going to be a save out, innit? This is just going to be an absolute serve out, mate. I mean, this is like when you have them two MLB teams and they send out two absolute banger pitches, and it's just an absolute pitch out all game. Strike, 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 sitting each other down. That's what I see this one being. Whose serve's going to hold up most? Whose serve is going to hold up most? Look, that's like I said, it is going definitely going to be the battle of the serves. I can see it. I can just see it. I feel like we've got like, how can I say? I feel like we've got ourselves like a Tarek Skubal in here catch here, and like a Tyler Glas now with Tiafo. Who's going to hold up? My money's on Skubal all day. I think here catch is a lot more reliable in this spot. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take him to win a set. I'll take him to win a set. You can put that on the parlay. Three of the best. There's your plus money right there. No way Hubie gets done in straight sets by Tiafo. Look, if he loses, he loses. He can lose. Just not in straight sets. I think you can get 1.3 depending on where you look for that. Considering Zverev and Sinner just to win the game is 1.3, 1.4. Um, Haircatch to win one set at 1.3 on your fucking parlay. I think you'd be alright with that, you know. I think you'd be alright. I can see a lot of people jumping on Tiafo today. I don't blame you. You know, quarterfinals in America, if there's any time to beat Tiafo, you know, when he's in a little run like this, he can beat most people. He is hard to beat. So's Haircatch. I'm going to be taking him to win a set anyway. I'll definitely take him to win a set. I feel like we can't go wrong with that. And last one is fucking hell. I can't believe this fella's still here. I really can't. Jack Draper, Holger Rune. Good game this. 1.7 on the decimal for Holger Rune. Jack Draper 2.25, 2.3, depending where you look. If you'd have told me that Jack Draper was going to be in the quarterfinals right after that game in round one that we watched, I'd have said your fucking brain doesn't work. Honest to God, like how he's still here is beyond me. Although I did say there was someone in the comments saying Felix was going to win last night. I said Draper for a set, and I said I hope he won as well, and he did. Buzzing for him. That game against Munar was fucking shocking, wasn't it? That was absolutely fucking shocking. That well better against Tsitsipas. Like a completely different player. It was so mad to watch. He played that bad against Munar. I feel like we all, me included, the majority of us anyway, we all just fucking ripped this kid off against Tsitsipas, and he looked really good. Same with Aliassime. He dropped that first set last night, pulled it back, 1-2-1. He's fucking good, isn't he? It's mad, like, that game against Munar had me saying some mad shit about Jack Draper, and I take it all back because he's so fucking good. I know how good he is. That game did make me doubt him a little bit, especially after getting beat by Jordan Thompson in the game against Taylor Fritz. You know, he has had some questionable losses, but when he's fit and when he's in a rhythm, man, like this kid's fucking fantastic. You know, this is the same lad who just made Alcaraz look like garbage a month or two ago. Holger Rune just beat Monfils. Monfils did just have to finish his game with Alcaraz. That went the distance. And I look, just touching on that, I can't fucking believe Carlos Alcaraz got beat there. What was he? He weren't even 1.1 as a favourite. That's fucking ridiculous. I just think like I'm not a professional athlete, but I imagine if I was, I couldn't help myself but check what the odds are on myself or what my team was to lose or win. I couldn't help but do that. If you're Carlos Alcaraz against Monfils, you should know you're nailed on to win that game. And if I'd for some reason, if I'd have found out I was 1.087 on the decimal to beat someone, oh my god, I'm fucking beating them. As simple as that. I'm beating them. that shouldn't even be a thing that exists in this world. Big favourites like that shouldn't be getting fucking beat. It's just, I don't know how that happens. Fair play to Monfils. Thought he was going to beat Holger for a second as well, but that slowly unravelled. Rune's beat Rune's beat Nuno Borges, and he's also beat Berrettini as well. That win against Berrettini, that's the one in it. That's the one that was really, really good. But then again, it's like Berrettini, Nuno Borges, Monfils, Munar, Tsitsipas, Aliassime. I'm rating them Draper wins. I'm rating the Draper wins not a lot higher, well, a bit higher than Nuno Borges and Monfils. I mean, Berrettini, fantastic win, but Rune should be beating Nuno Borges, and he most definitely should be beating Monfils, although Monfils ain't done just yet. If we just disregard that game against Munar and how shit Jack Draper played, and we looked at how solid he's been in the last two, you've took out Tsitsipas on the hard court, you've took out Felix Auger-Aliassime. Why wouldn't he take out Holger Rune? You know, Holger Rune's not exactly the strongest mentally, is he? This guy can explode, and we see it quite. I'm not going to say more often than not because we don't, but Holger Rune's got a fucking temper, man. This kid's got a temper. Both very young, we'll give him that. Look, both of these were born in like 2001 for Draper and 2003 for Holger Rune. Jesus Christ. Fucking. I'm going with Jack Draper to beat him. I'm going to take Jack Draper. Actually, you know what? I'm taking Jack Draper to win a set. That's what I'm going to do. Taking Draper to win a set. 12-7 on the hard court this year. Rune 17-6. Look, like there's no question who the better player is here, or who you would say the better player is. There's no certainties that Holger Rune's better than Jack Draper. I'm not having it personally. Like you'd look at the records this year, and if you put them side to side, you'd go, "Oh yeah, like Holger Rune's higher ranked, blah blah blah." I don't necessarily think he's miles better. And I think if Draper can beat Tsitsipas and Aliassime, you can most definitely beat Holger Rune. Yeah, I think you can most definitely take a set off him. He was the dog against Aliassime, dog against Tsitsipas, and he's fucking fisted the pair of them. Why would he not take a set off Holger Rune? Tell me why he wouldn't. As a matter of fact, don't tell me why he wouldn't. Tell me why he would, because I'm going for it. Four of the best. I think we'll do all right with that. We should do all right with them four. We'll go through them. What have we got? Officials. So officials will be pinned in the comments. Feel free to go for all of them. Just stick with the double if you. I don't even know what I'm going for, but just give all four out, and you can take 2, 3, take all four, mix and match them. Do what the fuck you like. We're going to take Sinner on the money line. We're going to take Zverev on the money line. We're going to take Hurkacz to win a set, and we're also going to take Jack Draper to win just one set. That's all we need. That's doable, isn't it? That's very doable. Get your best bets in the comments, folks. Let me know what you're going for. Share with the group. Don't be shy. Appreciate you stopping by. Appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch. Like the video if you haven't. Subscribe if you're not. Also, once again, if you're feeling generous and you want to send a little tip my way, you want to spread the wealth towards the channel, for the love of the channel, for the love of the sport, for whatever you fucking want, there's a link in the description and the pinned comment. You can do just that. Be my guest. I appreciate you, folks. Take it easy. Take care of yourself. Take care of one another. Enjoy the tennis. Let's go get some more cash. And I'll see you tomorrow.